What's up, Red Knights? Mr. Hantek is here with another Schoology help video. The purpose of this one is to cover how, for the most part, your teachers have organized their courses in Schoology. As a reminder, I'm logged in as my former student, Joe. Joe is not actually one of my Applied English students this year. I just added him into this class for the sake of accessing everything. I will be removing him from this course once I'm done making this playlist. This is actually take 2 on this video. As I was rewatching take 1, there was an unbearable amount of ums in that video, and that's something I'm trying to work on in my own speech patterns, especially for teaching. In any case, let's check materials here. Now, my materials page is pretty packed right now. A lot of what's covering that space is my introduction video. So after week 1, I'm probably going to move this into my course materials folder, but for now it's there just so my students can watch it and get to know me a little bit better. Now, you should know that your teacher's landing pages, so these course pages that you click on, so I'm in 5th hour Applied English right now, the way that these courses are designed are largely the same between your teachers. There might be a little bit of variation from class to class, so just be warned about that. For one, your teacher's contact information should appear somewhere towards the top of the course page with their name, a phone number. It's probably going to be their school number, so just be warned about that. I can only answer my phone extension at the school if I'm actually in my classroom, so be warned about that. Maybe some of your teachers have put their cell phone numbers there. That's really up to them, but I've left my school one. I'm more reachable by my email anyway, so that's there. I would pay special attention to your teacher's office hours. So even though teachers should be pretty accessible between the hours of 8 and 3-ish, they also have office hours set where they know they'll be most open. Mine just so happen to be a couple of hours in the afternoon, 1 to 3 p.m. Specifically, I'm putting myself inside of Microsoft Teams at those times every day, so I'm super accessible. Your teachers should have some sort of course materials folder. For me, this is a landing page for documents that are important throughout the semester, like our course syllabus, our discussion rules, a folder of extra credit materials. That'll really depend on who you have as a teacher, and these folders may be empty as it is right now, just because your teachers don't have anything to add into them just yet. I know I'm going to have to be adding more and more of these materials in as my semester goes on. Moving forward, the rest of my folders right here are lessons, but they're kind of divided up differently. So notice that day 1, the current lesson, it's starting up in a day here, is one that is appearing towards the top because I want students to access it more easily. Notice also that even though day 1 is one day, it's split between 2 because I teach 2 Applied English classes each day. So 5th and 7th hour will have the 25th, 6th and 8th will have the 26th, but it is the same lesson, just flip-flops. If Joe clicks into day 1, he'll see his lesson plan right there. There's probably going to be a lot of variation between his classes here, so I don't have to go into depth into this particular lesson. But in general, your lessons will go in order from the top. So his do first activity, some of your teachers might list that as an attendance assignment or use a different language, but that's fine. Agenda, directions, videos, and then assignments towards the bottom, at least in my class. Notice that anything green in Schoology is clickable. It'll take you to a new page. Week of August 24th would be other lessons for that first week. Just so happens that there is only one other lesson, and that's day 2. Once day 2 rolls around, that's when I'll move day 2 out of this folder and day 1 back into this folder to keep it organized. And then once week 1 is over, it'll get moved into past work. This folder is empty as it is right now because there is no past work at this moment. But once we move on to the week of August 31st, week of August 24th gets moved into past work as we move on to the next week. That way, if we're getting to week 5, week 6, week 7, and Joe wants to look back at some of the things, some of the lessons that we covered before, he can go into past work and find exactly what he's looking for there. Again, there's probably going to be some variation between your classes. There's going to be some differences with how teachers like to structure their stuff. But in general, this is what we're looking for, or what you'll be seeing in your course pages in Schoology.